All right, so welcome to a Sunday Juggalo cooking meal prep day. I already cooked one meal earlier, and then I went to the San Francisco Pride Parade. So I got that filmed. That's on my Instagram. If you're curious about what that looks like, I'll post the link. For now, what we are making, now I gotta say, I get these recipes from Every Plate. Shout out to Every Plate. They're cheaper, and it's well worth it. So today I'm cooking roasted pepper and chicken penne with garlic cream sauce and crunchy panko. Now, the recipe is basically here. They gave me this, and they gave me the directions. I don't like eating out every day, and you're probably wondering where's my ICP, my psychopathic gear and all that. It'll stink. I don't want to get oil on it. I don't want to risk damage to any of it. So the most I'm wearing is a chain. So let me show you what we got here. Let me flip the script. That's the noodles. And here are the bell peppers. Step one was to do this, have the pepper, do that. And we are getting ready on this part. So once my alarm goes off, I will be ready, and we will start it up. I'll try to get it better like that, I guess. All right. So I'm gonna get my butter. I already cut my shit up into different tablespoons. So for now, big whoop whoop for meal prep and for doing your shit in advance. So what I'm actually gonna do is, because this pan's been sitting here for a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it out. All right, just rinsed it out a little bit. Handle's a little warm. I think it was over by the noodles. Let me go ahead and stick my butter on here for when these noodles are done. I can instantly start melting the butter. So let's do that. All right. Big thing I do usually is I like to use hand sanitizer and sanitize my hands before touching any of this. And that's already been done. All right. So next step. Put my butter back because I'm not going to need this all yet. And there's cat hair everywhere because I got cats. All right, let me finish my coffee for tomorrow real quick. And actually, before I do that, where's my spoon for spaghetti pasta? I have a timer set for my noodles, so I'm not tripping about them not being done. Alright, let's get them going now. I got too much shit in the fridge right here. Let's get that there. Hey Google, stop that timer. Alright, now we're moving on. And my noodles should be done at this point. Where's my spoon? Where's my spoon? And I'm gonna check it before I do it, before I dump the water. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect al dente. Salty too, just perfect. Now to drain. Now, these recipes call for saving some pasta water. It's liquid gold is what it says, so I do. Say put it aside. then drain it. All right. Whew. All right. Got my noodles. Now I can melt the butter. Let's see what we're doing. And I'm gonna have to add the panko chips, so we'll do that here in a minute. I did 56, bro, that's crazy. I didn't get to do my coffee beforehand, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. All right, my butter's going. Got the butter going, melting. You can see it. All right. Got some panko breadcrumbs. Gonna use those. Got my scissors for my cooking. And you only gotta use half of them. That's what the recipe calls for. But that's once the butter's melted. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Very specific. So they pre-package this for me. All right, that's Gucci. All right, so this is melted. So now we're gonna add half the panko. It looks about half gone to me. Fourth of a teaspoon. Done. Some pepper, just a pinch. These things are awesome. These disposable grinders. And you want to usually try to choose like Himalayan salt, because it's known that a lot of sea salt has microplastics in it. Pro tip. Alright, so this has to cook for 3 to 5 minutes. I need my spoon. Alright, got my spoon. It says it's a non-stick skillet. You don't want to use steel or metal on it. You don't want it to chip. Alright, hey Google, stop the timer. That's for the bell pepper that's in the oven. So we're going to go ahead, and I have to rig this because my oven door is broke at the moment. So we're going to take this out. Alright, let's show you the bell pepper with the garlic. It's roasted. There's the garlic. I'm going to slice this up eventually and put it in with the pasta. Now, stir up the panko and stuff while that's cooling off for me. stir to coat, basically, is what I'm doing. Where's my Dr. Pepper? Alright. Now for meal prep containers, I use glass. You don't want to use plastic. You're not supposed to heat stuff up in plastic because of chemical leakage. These are on Amazon. You get like 6 to 10 or whatever. I think it's like 30 bucks. Reusable. They're awesome. I bought like 3 sets, so I'm super stocked. They're easier to clean too than plastic. So I'm just toasting this up, the panko up. It says it should be golden brown, so we're waiting on that. And while we're waiting on that, I can do the chicken part, because this will be ready in a couple of moments. So, let's use the small wood cutting board. It's good to have multiple cutting boards. I have a tiny plastic one for veggies and a large plastic one for veggies. I got a tiny wood one for meat, and I got a giant wood one for meat. For little things like this, the small one works best because it's less to clean, it's less heavy, all that. So here's my chicken breast that they give me. Chicken breast strips. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it open, drain it, and put it on the cutting board and pat it dry. Alright. I have to wash these scissors off after I drain my hands, obviously. So, now patting chicken dry is a major key. Now I'm washing off my scissors because I had chickens on it, raw chicken. It's worth noting my noodles are still here, but the strainer is kind of propped up a little bit. So I ain't tripping about getting the noodles with, with cold water. Alright, my panko's turning brown actually. So I'm about to move it to a small bowl as ordered by the recipe. Let me show you this. There's the panko turning a golden brown. Here's the chicken. I got pat dry, chicken breast. So we'll go ahead and move this to a bowl, which I just so happen to have a really nice glass bowl. Perfect for this. Now I highly recommend not wearing any good clothes when doing cooking like this. Oil, grease, it'll smell, you don't want to do all that. You don't want to go through all that and ruin your clothes. Like, I don't want to ruin a lot of my weekend merchandise, so I'm not doing it. Now I'm going to wipe out the pan as such. Done. Alright. That's been wiped out. I need my Italian seasoning. I forgot to get that out. Italian seasoning. Now I gotta pat my chicken dry, so let me do that. And you just pat all over with a paper towel, like a couple paper towels. It doesn't need, obviously you're not gonna get it completely dry, but you need to get some of that stuff off. And that's what I did. Alright, now, next step, I gotta season it with the Italian seasoning and the garlic powder. And I just washed my shears, so let's go ahead and season the chicken. And I'll show you guys what it looks like here in a sec. All right, let's season this all over. And this is some sort of Italian seasoning they provide. I'm sure if you had a preference, a different seasoning, you could use it, but I'm just gonna use what they provide because I didn't go shop for all this. It's the whole point of meal prepping, so I don't have to. All right, there's that. Whoop. Now we'll get the garlic powder. It's good enough for me, if it's good enough for you. Next step, salt and pepper, and then we'll do a drizzle of oil, and then we'll add the chicken. So let's do the salt and pepper. And more salt. And now put this drizzle of oil in here. Just veggie oil, any oil really. A drizzle, not like a massive amount. I'll just soak it up around the pan. And then I'll go ahead and put that on there. Then I'll add my chicken. I'm just gonna get a little knife just to scrape it off here. Just like a butter knife. And I'm just gonna take it and I'm just gonna scoop it into one layer really. And if it doesn't fall in one layer, I'm gonna move it to one layer. And then it's gonna cook about 6 minutes to cook it. All right. Big thing is to clean while you cook. It'll save you time. So, got the chicken cooking. Now I'm gonna go ahead and slice up the peppers. So let me go ahead and slice up these peppers, which I have shown you already. We'll show it again. These covered in olive oil, salt, and pepper. So let's get this done. Got my little tiny cutting board for it. I'm gonna check on my chicken here in about, I'm gonna check on now actually. Big whoop whoop. And this is meal prepping. I usually choose one day a week to do it, Sundays. I usually do it early in the morning, but I usually do one day a week cooking. I choose Sunday mornings, but because of the Pride Parade here I went to, I'm doing it this afternoon too. I didn't finish. So I'm flipping the chicken, even though the recipe doesn't say, but really flip it. I'm trying to get this cooked all the way through. Now, as I'm not going to eat all this or any of this today, on some of my meat, I sometimes let it undercook a little bit. And the reason is because I'm going to have to microwave it and nuke it anyway. Alright, so let me slice up my bell peppers. And I'm just going to take my chef's knife and do it. I'm just going to thinly slice them. Alright, and then we'll do the next one. And I hate oil on my fingers just because I don't like the feeling and it's a bitch to clean off. So that's a pet peeve, but I need it. It happens when I'm cooking with oil. So can't get around it. I guess I could wear gloves, but I ain't gonna do that. Alright, done. Now, as I said, cook while you clean. I mean, clean while you cook. Major key, especially when you're meal prepping, clean while you cook. So I'm gonna dry off my knife. Just sit it on the dish rack. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes. This chicken will be ready here in a minute. You look, just break it up. It's still kind of raw, so I'm just breaking it up with my wooden spoon. Now remember, I already cooked the pasta noodles, so that's already set. Now I'm going to have to add the flour and the butter. This is why It's already chopped up, makes it easier, into 1 tablespoon wedges. So I'll add a tablespoon of butter with that. And then the flour. Okay. Cream cheese is next, along with the flour. Let's go ahead and open the cream cheese. Alright, got the flour. You gotta cook your flour because it's raw. No matter what, you gotta cook it because it's raw. So we're cooking over here, I'm dumping my flour. There we go. Rinse it out. Alright, now I need half a cup of milk, but you know what? I got pasta water already, so I gotta use my spoons. So I'm gonna take another butter knife. I'm gonna run the dishwasher later, so all this stuff don't matter to me. There's the cream cheese. I prefer organic milk. Trader Joe's. Alright, let me stir all this up a little bit. Fucked around, get work today. Alright. Now, I need 3/4 of a teaspoon. Just so weird. Where is that? 1/4, a half, an eighth, a half. Three-fourths of salt. And then let's do the salt. All right, that's done. Now we're just gonna stir until, what they said, well combined. I'm not the biggest fan of creamy stuff. I guess I'm a red sauce guy, but I will eat this. Turn off my oven. Forgot to turn it off earlier, so I'll do it now. And like I said, clean while you cook. It's the best thing you can do. Alright. Smells absolutely delicious. Let me show you what it looks like. There we are. Now I could have the fan on, but I want the house to smell like food. It's awesome. I love it. As long as it ain't smelling like fish. All right. And I'm going to add a splash of reserved water. And then I'm going to add the pasta here in a moment. I'm going to add a splash of pasta water. Stuff I reserved at the beginning. Just a little bit. You can just let it cook off. But it'll make it a little bit more wet. That's about all I need. All right, again, I'm gonna keep saying it, clean while you cook. Saves you time. All right. Now we can add in a bell pepper. And we got garlic right here. I'm gonna cinch it, the cloves up. I'm gonna smash it with a fork. Again, I don't care. I'm running the dishwasher soon. Make kind of this. I had to make it kind of like a paste. I ain't gonna really do that, but all right. Let me show you guys the garlic. Here's the garlic. Oh, nice, brats. What up? Much clown love. All right. We're about to add all this into, let me show you this, into that. Let's go ahead and, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and add garlic. That's done. We're gonna add the pepper. Oh yeah, it's for lunch over the next week. Add the bell peppers. Y'all gotta see this when I'm done. Watch this. Alright, stir it up, stir it up, stir it up. Baking soda. I got baking soda. So, now I'll go ahead and add the pasta, which I had set aside right here. Come on, bitch. All right. We'll go ahead and turn off the heat. All right, let me show you what it looks like. The finished product, if you will. Now I'm gonna add the panko breadcrumbs. And I think I've made this before, and it was really fucking good. So, all right, I'm gonna show you the finish, and then once I put the panko on it, that's these. Top it, top it, top it. All right. Little crunchiness. All right, let me show you. Here it is, finished product. And what I do is, this is 2 servings. So I'm just going to put this in my bowls, my meal prep bowls that I mentioned that get glass ones. This is what it looks like right here. This is the second pasta meal. All my meals today, I think, are pasta. This week, I should say. All right, I'm gonna divide these up into bowls now. Here's the bowls, and I'm just gonna split them up. Oh man, this stuff is so good. Sometimes I fuck up, and like last week I burned the rice as a bitch to get out of a stainless steel pot. Oh, drop some. Shit, I'm dropping some. No. All right, let's do more. Oh, that's a lot. I don't know how this is 2 servings. I will never eat all this in 1 serving. So, I'm done with this. I am done with this. Oh yeah, that's delicious. My girl says I don't season it enough with salt. It tastes really salty to me. Alright, let's see. Yeah. That's like the first time I've ever burned rice. You know how I did it? I was supposed to turn it to medium and I left it on medium high. And I was supposed to turn it to low and I left it on medium high and fucked up. So, the fun part begins. The food's cooling down, so I can put it in the fridge. Now, the fun part. Cleaning up the rest. And then I gotta cook one more meal after this. Yeah, I know. That's what I hear. That's what she says. White people don't like seasoning and we don't like spicy. Usually. Caucasians do not like that usually. I get it. I don't know why, but alright, so I don't think I got the dishwasher completely full of dishes, so I can't fit any more to wash unless it's silverware. That's the only thing I can really fit in. So I'm gonna get you a non-scratching, if you got stainless steel stuff, non-scratching sponge. Make sure it says non-scratching. Alright, let's see here. Visual inspection shows we're good. Shit. Fuck around, get my today. Alright, fork, I'll just throw that in the dishwasher. And I always put foil. When I have to bake something on a pan in an oven, foil is a godsend. Saves me having to clean up the fucking pan. Alright, what's next? I'm gonna clean out this wok. Godsend. You can get it from IKEA, like $20, I think. I use my wok for everything. Alright. I really don't feel like cooking the last one, but I got to. Let's see if this is clean. Not completely, not yet, but it's working on it. The bowl's still hot as shit, or the pan, I mean, the wok. Alright. Probably gonna end up using this bowl again, so I'll wash this out too. All right. And And that took longer than I wanted it to, but it worked. And this is the last thing I gotta cook or clean. This damn pot with the noodles in it. Never had the noodles in it. All right, that's a wrap for today. Thanks for attending. Juggalo Meal Prep 101.